Most who want to start a cafe are actually looking for a different barista training. Well, there's actually nothing wrong with learning about coffee when you want to start a cafe business. In fact, that is step one in how to start a cafe in my video here if you want to watch. However, what I see that's alarming is how people see that the barista training is everything. As if after jumping from one training to another, they'll be now ready to start the business. Remember, your goal is to start and operate the business, and perhaps your main output is to be profitable from it. Ang problema, the barista training does not teach you how to do that. So for today's video, I'm going to be emphasizing on why you should stop looking for barista trainings and what you should focus on if you really want to start and operate a cafe and be profitable. So here's what I'll cover in this video. Una-una, I'll tell you what is a barista training, ano bang meron sa barista training and what is covered, why you shouldn't focus on those, and what you should focus instead. So let's begin. Ano bang meron sa isang barista training? So I researched online, I looked for the different contents of barista trainings here in the Philippines, and I have found out that the main topics discussed during barista trainings are one, introduction to coffee, which are the history, and then coffee farming, more emphasis on coffee farming, coffee roasting, using the grinder and the espresso machines, different coffee varieties, and maintaining your machine. Well, all of those are valuable information about coffee. And in fact, there's actually in-depth course about coffee. There's also a certification if you really want to be a certified barista. However, I always say this to my students na ako, as a coffee business owner myself, I didn't need to have all those trainings and all those certificates for me to be able to run a business. So my point is, you don't need to know and learn everything. Bakit? Kasi, try to make this simple to you. In the coffee process, yung coffee process, yung from the farm to the cup, I always share that to my students kasi it's important that we also appreciate who are the people behind our cup of coffee. San ba galing yung kape, right? And in that way also, the coffee business owners will also be contributors na mapaganda yung industriya ng kape, especially ng coffee farming dito sa Pilipinas. However, I share that to them so that they know, but I don't teach them how to plant the coffee. Kasi, if you are operating a cafe and you want to operate a cafe, in the coffee process, yung role natin are usually on the last part na, which would be on the grinding and the brewing itself. Meaning, in most cafes here in the Philippines, what we have or the service that we do is grinding the coffee as when there's an order and brewing it and serving it to the customers. Meaning, we buy whole roasted beans already and we use our different machine or perhaps using a manual brewing method sa cafe mo. Therefore, the technicalities with regards to coffee farming and the technicalities with regards to coffee roasting are being given to those who knows that best. So we have coffee farmers and we have different coffee roasteries. Unless that you are trying to build a cafe na from farm to cup. Sa Pilipinas, wala pang masyadong ganun. Meaning, you're a farm to cup cafe. So perhaps your cafe is situated in a farm, coffee farm, and you perhaps give a service na farm to cup experience. So sila talaga mismo mamimitas ng kape and then process it whatsoever until sa umabot sa table as a cup of coffee. I've experienced one like that in Bali, but none pa sa Pilipinas. So if your type of cafe is like that, then of course you should really learn about the in-depth things of coffee farming and coffee roasting. Pero if on the typical side lang na cafe, what you should emphasize would be on the grinding and the brewing of your coffee. By the way, if you're watching this video and you have a farm to cup cafe, please let me know. Message me in my Instagram. I would love to visit your farm to cup cafe so we could also spread the word about coffee farming here in the Philippines and also be of contributor to better coffee farming dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? Mas maraming magtanim, mas gaganda yung industriya ng kape dito sa Pilipinas. Pero balik tayo, no? If you really want to start a cafe business, yung talagang operating as a cafe, meaning you have that store selling really coffee na ready to drink. So my main point is, I'm not saying that you should be naive about coffee. Dapat wala kang alam about it if you want to operate that cafe. What I'm saying is, you don't need to know everything. Kasi ang dami. There's even coffee science. It's actually the same thing na I believe na yung gustong magnegosyo, hindi kailangan to go through a certain course, 4-year college course for you to start a business and be successful to it. In fact, most of the successful business owners, walang degree in business, right? So, wag na nating pahirapan yung sarili natin na we want to know everything about coffee before we even start a cafe business. So, with coffee knowledge, what you just need to know actually would be how to extract and brew the coffee. So there are just really a simplified way of knowing that, knowing the grind size, the ratio, and the time of extraction. Another thing is yung beans. Most na binebenta ng mga suppliers are already ready to roast the mga beans. So you don't have to really obsess in knowing different types of beans. And always know that you can actually ask yung mga coffee suppliers. Also, when you buy machine from them, no, from different coffee suppliers, they actually teach you how to operate the machine, how to maintain the machine, and kasali na din dun yung warranty. In fact, there are even other coffee suppliers na if you buy the machine from them, they will train you and your baristas on how to use the machine. And there are even other coffee suppliers who, when you buy a machine from them and all the sauces and all the beans, is they give you their recipe. So if you try to think of it, almost everything is given to them by free. So perhaps di mo na kailangan ng talagang in-depth na barista training. Another thing that I want to emphasize on why you should stop jumping from one barista training to another is that most barista trainings are actually done by coffee suppliers. So, meaning, they do barista training. Perhaps sometimes it's free. However, yung gagamitin nilang supplies, yung gagamitin nilang beans, gagamitin nilang equipment, is yung binibenta nila. So, their main goal really is after you do the training is that you will consistently buy from them. So, meaning, sila yung magsusupply sa business mo. So there's actually nothing wrong with what they do. That's actually a good marketing technique. No, it's giving value first before you sell. However, the implication lang talaga with that is your choices might be limited, and know that meron kang choice. Okay? You can actually mix and match from different suppliers. In fact, in our cafe, our supplies are from different one-stop shop coffee suppliers. So when I say one-stop shop, no, it's like a wedding store na andun na lahat. So, di ba, when you go to a wedding shop, meron ng gowns, decors, invitation, coordinator, etc., etc. The same thing with one-stop shop coffee suppliers. Andun na yung machine, beans, sauces, etc., etc. So, merong mga ganon. And most of them do barista training. But again, their aim is for them to supply the coffee equipments and the materials to you. Pero again, always know that you always have a choice. Most especially if yung cost ng kape mo matters in your business. Let's say you want to compete with this particular price, you're entering a specific market with this particular price, hindi naman pwede na kasi nahiya ka dun sa barista training na pinuntahan mo, kahit mahal yung mga sauces nila and yung beans nila, dun ka nabibili. 'Di ba? And worse, kung di mo gusto yung taste ng sauces and beans nila, dun ka pa din bumili. Always, you have a choice. That's why, stop looking for different barista training because you would just be doing a rabbit hole and that might cause analysis paralysis. And tendency is, baka ending niyan, hindi ka na mag-open ng cafe because you're really overwhelmed. So, after knowing now why you should stop looking for different barista trainings and don't really just focus on them, here are the things that you should focus instead. Now, one is learn different brewing methods and its cost implication. Okay, don't just learn how to do that specific brewing method, but also try to compute. Ano ba yung effect nito if ito yung gagamitin ko, and ito yung gagamitin ko for making my drinks, magkano ba yung kape ko at its cost. Another thing is seek to develop your entrepreneurial skills because again, you will be running a business. So what are these? Basic accounting, the operations and management of your cafe, marketing, most especially, customer relations and sales, and your interpersonal skills. Now, these five skills, no, if you learn them, that would help you now achieve your main reason why you were looking for barista training. Naghahanap ka ng barista training kasi gusto mong mag-open ng cafe. Naghahanap ka paano mag-open ng cafe because you wanna earn and have profit from it. So, walang kwenta yung learnings mo on how to brew if you don't know how to look into your numbers, if you don't know how to sell your coffee and market it to the right customers, and if you do not know how to run it well and to really work with your people, kasi you will not be operating the business alone. No matter how you want to try to micromanage everything, you will be overwhelmed. One point or the other, you would need people to help you in your business. So, kailangan ka rin marunong humawak ng tao and to deal with different types of personalities. Kasi aside from customers, you'll be dealing with suppliers and then your employee. Again, I'm speaking here in behalf as a coffee business owner, not trying to sell any coffee supplies to you, but on a mission to help coffee business owners on how they can start and run a profitable coffee business. Kasi I've been there years back, let's say 5 years ago. Yeah, 2017 when we were building our cafe, we really had no idea at all. How I wish I could tap on to somebody, to ask questions and to get mentorship. Again, if you have questions about coffee business, let me know. Put it in the comments if you want. Now, if you want to learn more about starting, operating, managing, and marketing a cafe and scaling a cafe, I have an online program, Small Coffee Business Academy. If you're watching this and we are in a launch phase, please do join because I only launch this once every 3 months or every quarter lang. If you're watching this and di pa siya naka-launch, perhaps I think in the link, there is a wait list. So make sure you're in the wait list so that you will be informed pag open na siya and you will have discount since you are in the wait list. More details about the academy in the link. So make sure you check if it's for you. And to all my viewers here in YouTube, I would like to engage and get to know you more. I have a Facebook group. You can join online Cafehan and also get to know our different coffee business owners, small coffee business owners in this Facebook group. We talk about small but profitable businesses aside sa kape. Meron ding ibang type of business. We'll learn about life and money making skills and also anything about lifelong learning. So kung trip mo ang mga yun, join here in our Facebook group. I also do certain exclusive live there and also live brewing then there in the group. I hope this video is helpful and perhaps enlightened you in your journey in starting a cafe. Let me know in the comments if you have any requests for a video. And if you want to know how to start a cafe, I have 7 simple steps that you can follow. Make sure to watch this video here and I'll see you in this video.